time too. I should have thought about that earlier. I don't know why I didn't, but anyway, hey. The thing is, though, I need like another tripod stand with this one, and I don't have it. Like, I have another tripod, sorry, but I don't have like another phone attachment deal, so that way it can hold my phone on the tripod, if that makes sense. Man, I'm sad. I'm sad, I'm sad, I'm sad. But maybe I could try to find a way to like balance it somewhere. I'm trying to think, people. I'm trying to think. While that is still successfully draining, try to balance it on something heavy. Yeah, maybe just like the table. Here we go. That works. Now I have like 2 visual points of showing y'all how I clean my tank. I will be right back. Too bad that one's on like 20%. I'll have to charge it. So I'll put it on the charger now. See if that holds a lot better. Hold. Is it holding? Cool. It's holding. I'll be right back. Okay. Put my gloves back on because we're getting close to the water coming out. Like to double glove it, triple glove, whatever you need to do, just do it. It just like protects my hands and then my fingernails, you know, if I'm like straight just touching the water, even though these can get in the water, but over time it's just, I like the gloves too. It's like a texture thing for me. Rather have gloves on. Let me see. Gotta adjust this other camera, hold on. All right, we're pretty good. What's that? Yeah, that water right there, you just got to keep going until you get to the sink part and bring that bubble right back out so it can start the pumping process all over again. Sometimes that just happens. There. Now we got that suction back. Once again. check something here. Alright, we're golden. So this part, as it's starting to come closer, I'll dig like a little bit of a hole to get that sand, gravel out of the way. It's the sand, but get like that hole, and then push it out, and go over the sand. Uplifting. That's how, and I'll put it right back where there's not so much sand being sucked up, so it doesn't get clogged, but you're still sucking out as much of the water as you can. And yeah, it's just really until the water gets down as much as it can. Now, we shall see. Oh, I'm actually going to get my sponge ready real fast. So it's like a sponge. Use one like this, and this is the kind that I use. But you don't want to overuse it, or else you'll leave hairs and debris over the fish tank over time. But it has like that nice little scrubby deal, just like the other one does. I like to use this one, not just that one that I used earlier to scrub the algae, just because this is more of like a hands-on. I can get in between all cracks and crevices. This is just what I'm going to do to scrub the glass. And unfortunately, I forgot to get freaking exactly what I use as my cleaning agents at the store, which is the white vinegar and the baking soda. So it kind of sucks, but it'll be fine. I just use warm water. I'm just going to keep scrubbing it. I don't have that much hard water on there from the salt that dries over time when the water starts to evaporate, going down and then leaving those stains on the glass, that white marked stuff. I'm going to go ahead and just keep scrubbing as much as I can. Just continue to do it with warm water. No soap. Do not use soap. That can kill your fish, but again, white vinegar, not apple cider vinegar, that is a safe option to utilize. With baking soda, and then, cleaning it. So I'm going to fill this extra little, I have this tank from, it's like a beta fish tank, but I just use this as a, it shouldn't even be considered a tank, but anyway. This is what I'm going to be using to fill this up with warm water, and then I'll just scrub the sides of my fish tank and get all the algae off the fish tank. I'll be right back with that. Alright, this is like hot warm water, so that way you can go ahead and utilize this as cleaning. That's how I said the fish tank. So once this is like now capturing air, because it's done draining as much as it can, especially with the salmon and stuff in there too, makes it hard for it to want to suck up everything else. That is really it. Then I'll do this, I'll rub my hand quickly over it. Capture the remaining water, and then I'll let it flow down. So that's when it's going down into the fishery that I know. I'll put this part right back in the middle like that, and then I'll have the tube follow throughout the whole entire part of the sink. So that way you're getting all of that. And just follow the, I know it's hard to see it now, sorry y'all, I can't really make the camera right here. Okay. So I'll just show this on my Facebook one. I can't really hold both phones. But, so now that that's drained out all the way, now the tank is completely empty, yes. So then the way to fill up the tank is do this. You're gonna put this up in squeeze. So I'll show you. I'm gonna first, before I put it up in squeeze, you fill for the temperature. Now this is just the water from the sink, not from the tank since the tank is empty. You fill it how you want it to. I like it a little bit warm. Not too hot to where your glass can crack, but warm enough. This is where you're gonna be careful how you're holding that. The transfer isn't, when the water pressure comes out, it doesn't pop back out. Have that happen. So, like this, as that water's coming out, I'm just dripping. One second. Put it out there. There it is. So now I got to press it up. Now the water's going to start flowing down. And it's now coming from back into the tank. So hey, got me working in buckets upon buckets. And that has a pretty nice flow. And that's for that little circle top there. So that, and this is how I just let it keep mixing. And take this up. This is where we're going to include the sides where I'm going to fill at the same time. So we're cooking and we're going to remove my air bubblers. And honestly, I could just leave it in the tank and just rub them, but anyway, here I'll show you. So, as that is filling up, like that. Oh, I have a dedicated toothbrush for cleaning the tank. Like when I scrub the extra stuff, let's see, it's pretty, it's been used a lot. Yeah, so here's what we're gonna do. Dedicated toothbrush, you scrub the air bubblers so you don't have to take them out actually. They're still submerged and going. So what I'm gonna do, grab my sponge with the hot warm water. This is like just scrub the sides. I'll actually move this water real quick so you can clean that off too. Get that out of the way as I'm scrubbing the glass. And being very careful not to like get the sand in there. Like touching the sponge at the same time as you're cleaning the glass, because then you can scratch your glass with the sand. So you gotta be careful when you do that. So if you have sand, just go like that. Kind of work your way from the top to the bottom too. You get like all the extra solid bacteria builds up that's on the top of the tanks. So clean that off as well. Walk right on there. Let it sit in there. Gotta get it a little just right so it doesn't pop off out of the tank. You don't want that to happen, honestly. If it does, then that would suck, but just a little splashes by either. Too much, a little splashes, but it's not enough to affect it, you know? Kind of going through it like this. Again, normally I would have baking soda or the white vinegar as a cleaning agent, but the water buildup isn't as bad for it as it did at this time. So it's okay, you can just do it with no water, depending on the taste of how long it's been or how cleaning has been done and it'll build up over time. I don't really need it good. Edges, and all that buildup. Go that. Try to keep the little pieces that you have in certain areas, like your heater and whatnot, and everything else with the exact thing, so that way you're not struggling if you have a hard time remembering what piece goes with what. It's just easier to keep them on and then clean them at the same time, so that way you know what to put it back with. This filter part I really made. The same thing over and over again to my first. It's not really, you know? You get that nice and scrubbed off. So be very careful, don't go around too much of the edge line, not just enough when you flatten it. It creates like this angle. And you just watch it over against the side so it goes up all the way. Just keep rinsing all that off. All that algae built up over time. The salt. Try this freaking hate to look at. Rinse it down. I like to wipe the outside of the glass after I finish so you can get all the water off once you're done. And just scrub that real good as you can. I'm going to let that sit and fill up for a bit. So I'm going to go through and rinse the sand later. All over here right now, just mainly get the glass and the other pieces to it down. I'm just going to, so I don't have to take this whole part bubbler out. I'm just going to take this, go squeeze it around the tube and get all that bacteria off. And just go through and clean it like that and cover the water if it's all around. All that built up out of there. Actually, I'm going to use my toothbrush for the pumice stone again, actually. Scrubbing off the algae from the pumice stone that's on the top with my toothbrush here. feeling like it. I really don't know what this thing is. But that's what we got for right now. So I have a different option later on. Speaker back on. Kill it now. Tripod. Huh. I'm gonna launch out. Remember to go do privacy. Okay. Trying to think right now. The next stage is I like to just to finish this part first, get all the sand rinsed and whatnot. Then I'll go through, but it really depends on my mood, but then I'll do it later. I'm going to go through it and then I'll clean all of the rest of my pieces to my tank. And let's see. So the stuff that I have here, this is like all the pieces that were in my tank. I have the wood that goes with the plants and all that. I have the flax with issues still chilling in there. Big life. This is not this tank, but don't worry, baby, we'll get it done. And stuff like that. Let's see how it's still filling up. Oops, I forgot a little piece in there. Goes to bubbler. Oh yeah, I was going to put the bubbler in one, huh? I can do that. Hold on. My brain. Just because I'm like multitasking, not used to doing live, so I can't put my black piece. Whoops. Whoops. He's fine. He'll last until I'm done, but it's just an extra gesture to give him some option. No, I won't do it this time actually. He'll be fine. Because I could also just use my turkey baster, and that's like another way for you to give him oxygen for the time being that he's in there. It's not like he's going to be in there all night, but I'm planning on getting all this done today, so it'll be fun actually. I don't have to do that extra thing. Very thoroughly good too. Just careful not to keep like going so hard on the bottom as you're doing it, so you're not scratching the sand continuously and you scratch on the bottom of your boat. But just enough to stir it without disrupting the glass. dear life. Holding on for dear life. Alright. What do I do with my rack? There it is. Now we're going to drain the tank again. Take this phone with me. I'm about to drain the tank again, so right now it's filling up. What we're going to do, as it's filling up now, yes, I still have my Christmas tree with y'all, don't judge me. So, this is what's going to stop it from filling up because you're holding this up. The water from your sink is pressurizing to fill up in the tank. Now, if you want it to start draining, now it's starting to suck up the water from the tank, dropping down in here. And you'll start to see it with the vacuum suction again. I showed y'all before. So let's get back to the vacuum suction part. And you'll see it has that vacuum again. And it starts sucking that gravel. See that? Going in there. That means now it's starting to suck up from there. That's how you start recycling. Now this is just me going through the sand again and really just trying to get a deep clean. So when I tell you guys I do 100% water changes is what I do. Just to extra clean the sand, you know? Extra clean. Extra start clean this. I think we're just trying to get it there. It's not flat. Oh. That's a little word. This is like the boring part of that. I might stop my live so I can just get this part done and then I can just hop back on when I'm done with this part. Because this is the part that's so time consuming. But I do this like 4 times. Like literally 4 times. So I just want to make sure my sand is clean for them, you know? Clean if I can get it. Hold on. Give me a second. Grains like so. Grab my dang hands on this thing. This one I'm not being successful on, so I'm going to cut this one off. Come back later.